So I started this because I give out my recipe for apple pie, and I constantly get complaints that what people say, um, their pastry doesn't turn out the same way mine does. The filling tastes the same, but it doesn't taste, the pastry doesn't work out the same. So I thought I would do this. That way I can post it, and my friends could just follow along. So this is the best part, and this is sort of the trick. You've got the cold butter in the flour, and you could use a pastry blender, or some people put it in the food processor, or I've even seen someone use like multiple knives in between their fingers like Wolverine. But I just find using my hand and just squishing the butter kind of in with the flour works the best. You want to have chunks of butter left. You don't, if you've got it so that it's so well blended, you end up with a shortbread, not a flaky pastry. It's the butter that when it hits the oven, it stays cold. When it hits that oven, the heat in the oven, it explodes. And that's what makes that flakiness. So that's what you want. You want that little lumps of butter. There's no time limit here. Like you could work at this all day. As you can see, there was a huge chunk and I just squished it, but I didn't completely mix it in. So in this case, you got lots of time. You can play around with it. The only thing you don't want is the butter to warm up too much to room temperature. I'm lucky. I have really cold hands, so the butter never really gets very warm. I can do this all day at this point, and it's fine. You just don't want to have it so well blended that you don't end up with any chunks of butter. And the butter should be like the little chunks. They're like the size of a pea or corn. So then we're adding ice cold water. And you mix it in, but this is where you don't want to mix too much. You just want the flour to be mixed in. The flour and the water, when they're mixed together, that's, if you over mix it, that's when it becomes like cement. So you just want it well mixed, but not over mixed. And as you can see, I added more water. And this is another trick that I find. I know when I took a cooking class, this was the light that came on for me. So in my case, I just didn't have enough water in there, and so that was the issue. So it really, to be honest, needs to feel like wet snot. I know that's disgusting, but as you can see, in the end, it turns out it's like a flaky pastry that works.